Discussing the question weightage in PTE Academic, Pearson has given a new document understanding how each question type is weighted in. It has shown a table to show how much each question type contribute to each. It is just FAQs that they have shared. Hello and welcome to another video of Alpha PTE. This is Fatima. Hope you all are doing well and hope your preparation is going on well. Today's video is about discussing the question weightage in PTE Academic. As you all already know that Pearson has given a new document, a new file which has all the details about understanding how each question type is weighted in score calculation, and it can help test takers better understand what score means. And it has shown a table to show how much each question type contribute to each score on an average, and how the overall score is divided, and so on and so forth. So let's discuss this in detail. Let's have a look at the document released by Pearson, and then let's discuss about the weightage. So this is the document which is released by Pearson for PTE Academic. It is a scoring information document especially for teachers and partners, and this is just talking about how the questions are scored and what is the scoring criteria, like correct and incorrect and partial credit, the content and form, then the integrated scales, the difficulty level and stuff. So everything is very general. The only thing that I think is important for you is this table, which is called PTE Academic question weighting table. Now this has shown how each question, how much each question contributes overall and in their particular module. So read aloud now just contributes about 4% of the overall score. So if your score, like overall score, is 360 marks total, and from the 360 marks 4% is like 14 marks about, that comes from read aloud. Then comes the repeat sentences, just 7% overall, 17% in listening, 16% in speaking. Then describe image, 15% overall. Can you see how important is describe image? And it contributes like 31% in your speaking module. Then retell lecture, 6%, then which is like 13% in listening, 13% in speaking. Answer short questions, 2%. Summarize group discussion, 9%, and respond to situation, 6%. Summarize written text, 7%, contributes 23% in reading and 28% in writing. So if you have a look at the writing module, so out of 90, you get around 25 marks from summarize written test. Then summarize written text, then write essay, again 31%, again similar score, about 25 to 27 marks from essay. Then fill in the blanks drop down, which is contributing 25% in reading, 7% overall. Multiple choice, multiple answers, just 1%. Reordered paragraphs, 3%. Fill in the blanks drag and drop, 6%, but 20% in the reading module. Multiple choice single answer is less than 1%, like it's hardly anything. Summarize spoken text, 4%, 18% in writing. So summarize spoken text contributes more towards your writing than your listening, only 10% in listening. MCQ multiple answer, again 1%. Fill in the blanks, 3%. Highlight correct summary, less than 1%. Highlight MCQ single answer, less than 1%. Select missing word, just 1%. Highlight incorrect words, 4%, but contributes more in reading, like 13% it contributes in reading. Write from dictation contributes 23% in writing and 13% in listening. The highest scoring question in writing, can you see, is essay. So how the tables have turned. Highest scoring question in speaking is describe image. Highest scoring question in reading is fill in the blanks drop down still, but summarize written text and fill in the blanks drag and drop, they are very close. So all these three are really important. Highest scoring question in listening is summarize group discussion. It is contributing 20% marks in listening module. Even write from dictation is just focusing 13%. Repeat sentence is just 17%, but summarize group discussion is giving you 20% marks in listening. So if you do not have good amount of content, then you might lose your score because of this question type. So overall, the highest scoring question in your entire PTE exam is your describe image. That was a shocker. It's like 15% of your marks come from describe image, and now you have to make sure that you are describing the image with correct content, because PTE is giving immense importance to content, and it wants to make sure that your response coincides with what they are after. So make sure you do not, if you're still using a pre-prepared template, try not to do that so you don't mess up with a very high scoring question. So this is now clear how many marks are coming from which question type. So now you need to understand and then spend your time accordingly and practice accordingly. Overall score calculation. Now everybody thinks that overall score calculation is this way, like 50, 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. That's not the case. Now the overall score calculation is something like this. See, the truth about the score calculation. In practice, PTE Academic scores are more nuanced. What is the meaning of the word nuanced? Now, in general, nuanced means something which is having layers. But here, that they're trying to say that it's not very simple. It's little complex, complicated. Okay, so figure 2, it shows a more accurate representation of PTE Academic scoring. The bars represent the overall score and each communicative skill score, and each bar is divided into sections that show how much each question type contributes to the final calculation. So this, they add question wise individual scoring. See the biggest area, highest describe image, then summarize group discussion, then repeat sentence, then essay, then drop down, summarize written text, retell lecture, respond to situation, drag and drop, write from dictation, read aloud, spoken text, incorrect words, fill in the blanks, reorder, ASQ. These last from reorder paragraph. After reorder paragraph, these questions, they barely carry a minimum of like 3 to 4 marks overall. This is highest to the lowest in the overall score calculation. So overall score calculation has nothing to do with individual modules. The overall score calculation is based on the questions. Okay. Now, open response, speaking, writing, skills profile, everybody knows that. Now I also want to discuss the type. What is a skills profile? Open response. Everybody wants to know what is open response, why I'm losing marks in this. Open response, speaking and writing, these questions like describe the image, retell lecture, summarize group. Open response is your own response, something which is not fixed, something that you have to give from your own side. So these are all the open response, speaking and writing questions. Essay, summarize spoken text. Reproducing spoken and written language, that means you are reproducing what is already given to you, like read aloud, it's written there and you just read whatever is written there. Repeat sentences, you just repeat what you heard. Write from dictation, you type what you hear. So you are reproducing the given information. It's not an open response, you're not saying something from your side, you're just repeating what is given to you. Extended writing, that means it's not a short 1 or 2 word thing, it is extended, you need to write a lot. So these 3 questions, written text, essay and spoken text. Short writing, just one, write from dictation. Extended speaking, where you speak for a long time, like describe the image, retell lecture, summarize group discussion and respond to a situation. Short speaking, read aloud, repeat sentence. Multiple skills, like questions that require more than once, that contributes marks to more than one module. So repeat sentence, retell, summarize group discussion, written text, spoken text, correct summary, incorrect words, write from dictation. Then single skills profile, questions that provide marks to just one module. They are there. So yeah, that is the important part. Rescoring, we already know, no changes. Human reevaluation is there, we already know, no additional feedback is given, but these are just some FAQs. So basically I think here that is all what is needed right now. Everything else, like I had a look, it is just FAQs that they have shared, the questions that people ask on a daily basis and stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, now it's more clear how your marks are being scored and what is your overall score based on. So I hope now it will get easier when it comes to understanding why you're losing certain number of marks in certain areas, and then we can work accordingly and improve, because there were a lot of misconceptions. Everybody was thinking like, you know, still write from dictation carries most number of marks, but now that Pearson has clearly given us the division and how each question weighs, now we know it more better. So let's focus on this and let's get started with our practice and get our desired score soon. So that's about today's quick video, guys. If you like our videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye.